Hello and welcome. If you watch most of my videos, you'll know that I've been ranting a lot. Well, not a lot, but ranting somewhat a lot about what's been going on in the Spider-Man world with the whole brand new day, one more day. I'm going to take a look now at something a little different, but nonetheless kind of just to prove a point. Now, the whole idea of Spider-Man and Mary Jane not getting married isn't something that just happened today, in 2007 or in 2008. The idea of it has been pondered for a long time. And in 1990, under Tom DeFalco's leadership at Marvel, we were shown what would happen if Spider-Man and MJ were not to marry. In this what-if tale, what if the amazing Spider-Man and Mary Jane had not married? Want to find out what was Marvel's take? Back in the old days? Back in the 90s? Sit down, stick around, and enjoy. Now, for those of you who don't read What If comic books by Marvel, or have never read a What If, basically they're all little stories that happen, and what it is, it's the Watcher, who is basically the ruler of the universe, who goes through and shows people what would happen if certain events never happened. In this case, with Spider-Man fighting the Spider Slayer, in this alternate future, we should say, Mary Jane gets injured and almost dies as a result of her injuries. So Spider-Man decides that he does not want to marry her because he doesn't want her to be put in any danger in the future. He wants to stay away from her, which results in him and her not getting married. Now, in this book is continued in What If number 21, and we'll get to that soon. But in What If 20, this one here, basically, Spider-Man and MJ don't get married. Peter says he doesn't want to because he cares too much about her. She goes her own way, he goes his own way, and then he decides, oh, well, I'm alone now, whatever, and I need somebody. So he needs more action and stuff like that. He needs something to do, so he joins up with Silver Sable and her group, her, Sandman, and all of them, so he joins with them, helps them fight crime, gets paid for it, fighting terrorists and all that stuff. Decides it's not enough, decides he wants love, so he calls on one of his old flames, the Black Cat. Which leads us into What If number 21, which is basically what if Spider-Man had married the Black Cat. So Spider-Man and the Black Cat get together. They have lots of fun. She enjoys him more, Spider-Man, than as Peter Parker, because she's more the outgoing girl, all that. Spider-Man's high action, she likes that. She likes fighting crime with him. But when he's Peter Parker, she finds it more dull. In the end, they decide to get married. MJ attempts to contact Peter during this time. Black Cat gets jealous, takes the wedding ring, goes up to MJ's apartment, flaunts it in her face, and says, I'm going to marry Spider-Man, I'm going to marry Peter Parker. Apparently, on the side of the building was a vagrant listening to this, and he thinks to himself, oh my god, I know who Spider-Man is. So I'm going to take this information and sell it off to the highest bidder. So he contacts a villain, the Vulture, tells him he knows the identity of Spider-Man, and he's selling it for $1 million. The Vulture naturally gets the information from the guy and double-crosses him. Well, the Vulture comes into town, destroys Aunt May's house, and tries to kill Spider-Man and the Black Cat. In the end, the Vulture gets caught by Spider-Man and the Black Cat. He goes to jail. The Black Cat, feeling bad for what she did because she talked to Mary Jane and inadvertently revealed his identity, goes down to the jail and kills the Vulture. And by the time the comic book is all said and done, Black Cat gets killed by Sable and her agents because they found out that she killed the Vulture, so she gets killed. Peter Parker now, he is indirectly the cause of the death of one of the villains, the Vulture, and also of Black Cat herself. And later on, he falls in love with Silver Sable. That's about it. That's what happens. Nowhere in these books do we have Peter going back, living with Aunt May, and, you know, Peter being the clubby with Harry Osborn, and in fact, there's no Harry Osborn at all. Like, this storyline, and it doesn't introduce all these new villains, all these shitty villains. It doesn't do anything like that. It doesn't bring people back from the dead. It doesn't convolute a shitload of story. All it does, it shows, yeah, he's not married, so he finds another chick. That's it. Fuck, it's not rocket science. They didn't have to go change the continuity to make this work. Sure, they did change a few little things, like when Kraven turns Kraven's last hunt, Black Cat saves Spider-Man. During Spider-Man's first battle with Venom, Black Cat saves Spider-Man by shooting Venom with the ionic gun. It's the only things that changed. Black Cat helped Spidey out. But the whole... everything that happened still happened. We're not getting zombies walking around and shit like that, you know what I mean? Anyways, I just thought it'd be nice to review this and just show you guys what really happens to Spider-Man when he doesn't marry a Mary Jane. It doesn't exactly change a whole lot. Not like it does in Quesada Man's world. Anyways, take care, guys. Later.